You know what? What's that static?
That's my mic.
That's his mic. It's not mine.
All right, you tell me when you're ready, Reed.
You hear that?
Come on, give us something. We're going live, man.
We back. The Shonuff Show. We are back again. The Shonuff Show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Shonuff Show. We got Rod in the house.
Everybody doing, everybody doing. All right.
Rig.
Slag in the house.
Surrency on ice.
Yes, hi, Atlanta.
Kevin, the comic baker.
Give me some money.
You want some money?
Please.
You want some money? You want some money, bro?
Somebody give me some money.
I believe you got all the money in the world.
Well, if you believe that, I got some swampland in Arizona to say.
Yeah, man. So how y'all doing today, man?
I'm doing great.
Let's make it a little nice and smooth. Y'all like that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Smooth
That's a nice little beat right there.
I almost like that.
Yeah. This little track here is by Josh Music Production. Because I love y'all. Because I love you. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a nice little beat right there.
Very, very sexy. Made me think about Victoria's Secret.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
I want to know what the secret is.
Somebody that's gonna tell it all.
You'll find out. Go get you a car. All men should have a Victoria's Secret car.
Listen, look out, look out.
All men should have one.
We're at a remote location out here in Buckhead, Atlanta, Georgia. We're so glad to have you all coming out.
There you go.
And come see me. Hey, Corey, give me the phone number where some people can call in.
Hold on, I'm gonna put it in now so they can see it.
All right, he gonna put the phone number in there. We got a nice show for y'all today, and we hopefully you all will stay in tune. And we hope we want women and men to do some dialogue, and you can call in and talk. We got some good stuff out here for you today.
Why it sound like Rod about to start preaching?
It does sound I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to testify.
I'm waiting for the benediction.
It is.
I'm about to give a testimony.
It is Sunday.
Hey, it sounds like you about to start preaching.
I'm trying to tell you.
Thank you. That lets you know that this voice is very upon authority. So that means I'm gonna captivate all of my audience and they can hear me. You understand me?
All right. What's our topic today, Rod?
The topic today is the reason you should not go go back and forth in the relationship. So we want women and men to call in, and we want y'all to listen as we begin to talk about this different topic.
Yeah.
I like this.
I'm gonna need y'all to focus. We got a job to do right here.
All right, women,
Gentlemen, please stay focused.
Well, maybe we need to put our
the
back.
reason you will not backtrack. All right,
You should or should not.
you shouldn't.
Reason-
All right?
okay.
If you with them, stay with them. If you're not, leave them alone.
Reasons you should or should not backtrack.
Yeah,
That's the topic.
That's the topic today.
Yeah.
All right, so what you think, Surrency? Since you're the woman on the show, you start this off for.
Yeah.
Hello, Atlanta. Reasons you should or should not backtrack in a relationship.
Talk to me.
Well, there are several reasons I don't backtrack. One could be that he is not beneficial. And what I mean by that is that I don't see any type of future with him.
Okay.
So I feel like, why should I backtrack? Even if you do love them, ladies, there are certain things that women look for in men. So that is one of my main reasons.
So a woman should, if she in a relationship with a man, she should be looking for a future with him. That's one of the.
I'm looking for a partnership. I'm looking for somebody that I can build with. You know?
What's the difference between being a partner and having a future?
We've been able to understand each other through the hard times and been able to build and build an empire. See, people don't understand that financials are the main reason why relationships don't last.
Okay.
No one's just looking, you can't just live off love. Love
Okay.
don't pay the bills.
Okay.
Cause you abandoned me.
Talk to me now.
Love don't live here anymore.
Go ahead, Kevin. What you got? What's your rebuttal on this? Let's go ahead. We're going on tape today. What do you think, Kevin?
I think I should have brought my boots in here.
I love you, Kevin.
All that she's shoveling. Reasons why you should not backtrack is the same reason why you left them is the same shit that's gonna break your ass. Ain't no such thing as finances, and somebody can have all the money in the world.
That's right.
And their relationships break up.
That's right.
It don't, all the money in the world don't glue a relationship together.
So what's some key points in the relationship, KB?
Never let your main chick and your side chick meet. And once you start letting them meet, the side chick and the main chick should never ever know each other's name.
Should never know each other's
They
name.
should never know each other's name.
Why you gotta throw the side chick in there? Kevin?
Because that's one of the reasons why you should.
Why do every man have to have a side chick? Every man don't have to have a side chick.
That's a lie. If you think your man ain't got no side chick, he with her right now.
Shonuff.
Just show up.
What you think about that, Shalik?
I don't know. I don't think you can build two mountains at one time.
Oh!
I like that, Rick.
I'm sorry. I was busy ignoring him. I'm sorry. I was busy ignoring him. I'm sorry.
You know, I'm gonna bring that phone. I'm gonna bring that power.
Can you repeat what you said?
You
I'm sorry.
cannot build two mountains at one time.
Hell, I ain't trying to climb two at one time.
That's what. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
No,
are.
I'll come back to that second mountain. Once I leave one mountain, I go to the other mountain. But
Well, one of them is a molehill.
that's fine. That's fine.
One of them a molehill.
You know how many guys.
But you gotta recognize which one is the mountain.
Okay.
Because sometimes
What you mean by the mountain, Rick?
the mountain is the best girl in the situation. If you got two.
All right, KB.
But if you got one, I can work with one.
Okay, KB.
The problem is a lot of dudes get a main chick that make more money than their side chick. See, your main chick can never make more money than your side chick. Your main chick got to be the one that's holding on for some reason. See, if you're in a relationship with her and you got a main chick that ain't got no reason to hold on, she just keeping you because she like having your ass around, but she really don't need you because she got her own money, she got her own car, she got her own
So
house.
you're a sexual predator.
I know. I call it more like an opportunist.
Yeah.
I'm more of an opportunist. Wherever the opportunity is.
That's what I'm saying. You like a shark that can't catch the fast fish.
Oh!
I'd rather catch the dead whale floating in like great white. See, great white
Hold on. Y'all let KB talk. Y'all let KB talk.
You ever seen a great white? What a great white does is he waits on. He'll take one of them big old whales that dies for whatever reason, and he'll eat that something. And he'll keep everybody else, all the other sharks away from it. But he spends less energy. We live, y'all. We live, y'all.
You can't be flagging women.
We live.
No.
I think he got him a mistress.
When they come across the screen, we can wave, but you know what I'm saying?
We got to remember folks watching this.
Hey, see, this is the reason why I'm doing this. We can have live guests here, and we can still talk about
You
that
know
when we
what?
come in
I
here.
ain't hating on her because she my workout buddy. She bad too,
She
y'all.
come in here.
That's my girl right there.
But go ahead,
That's my
KB, what you
I
think?
forgot. I'm sidetracked. I'm moving on to the next person.
But can I say something, ladies
backtrack.
and gentlemen? Let's just be real. Everybody knows that financial pays 80% in great sex. Let me just say this, because if the sex
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
great sex, you have to, in order to have that relationship, and if the sex is good, you can kind of overlook some of his other flaws. But sex is a big key, ladies, I'm telling you. And money.
Okay,
right?
so tell me this. When women say sex is not everything, talk to me about that.
When we say sex is not everything, we mean that we need you to be able to provide in other areas. So if you lack it in the bedroom, you need to be able to provide financially.
No, in other words, sex for a woman is a reward.
Yeah, it's a treat. It's like a doggy treat.
See, sex for a woman is not just a part of the territory. See, sex for a woman is a method of control. See, they use it as a reward and punishment system.
Talk, KB.
You better say it,
versus
Kevin.
what makes the relationship
You got the
work.
flow. You got the flow. Go ahead. You got the flow now.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Kevin. Go ahead, Kevin.
versus
You
what's
on something.
versus what's necessary to make
You on
the relationship
something.
work.
Go
They
ahead,
use it as a
Kevin.
punishment and reward system, and that's not what it's designed for. Sex is not designed to keep money flowing out of his pockets. Sex is used to promote healthiness in the relationship.
Stress
Talk to
relief.
him.
It's stress
Kevin,
relief.
I have to disagree with you, and I'm sorry to cut you off. That is not what we have sex with someone who we love for. It's because our feelings are actually tied with that man, and we have built a chemistry in the bedroom, and
I'm
they
just
know
going
how
by
to
the
please
80%
us.
figure that you put out.
Okay, no, I was saying 80% of the relationships here in Atlanta is based on financials because everybody wants to be successful. You're in a melting pot where African American, especially couples, want to be a power couple. So
That's
not
true.
only do they look at Beyonce and Jay-Z, they look
That's
at Kim and Kardashian, and they wanna feed off that. So yeah, you're right. I did say 80%, but I said 80% as far as financial goes. Now, as far as sex, a woman knows within the first 10 minutes of meeting a man if she's gonna drop them draws.
Alright.
Like Tommy said, she's gonna get the draws, he's gonna get the draws. What I'm trying to tell you is at the end of the day, a woman, when she have sexual relations with a man repeatedly,
So-
she's doing it because he's satisfying her.
So
We can get sex, but we can't get nothing to eat.
okay, so what are some reasons that you should or should not go back?
Go back, yeah.
What are some, when you've been involved in a
relationship.
tumultuous relationship, whether it was.
If he's abusive,
Whether, you know, what.
Yeah, that should be-
he could be abusive, he could be a constant liar, a cheater,
Right.
just manipulating. I mean, there's several reasons why you shouldn't go back to certain relationships. It's not just only women who I'm speaking to, also men. You know, if you have a woman who you were really in love with and she constantly did you wrong or didn't treat you like the king that you should have been, then you don't go back to that. You gotta know what your self-worth is. And a lot of us don't know that. You know, we're too busy looking for love in all the wrong places, and we end up getting hurt and getting ourselves caught up in a situation that we don't wanna be in.
I kind of disagree with the whole self-worth thing when it comes to a relationship, and to explain that, you know, yeah, everybody should have a value, a sense of value of oneself, but once you're in a relationship, it's not really about my self-worth. It's not really about her self-worth. It's about our collective worth. It's about what we need to do collectively to make this thing work, and you know, everybody doesn't necessarily have the Jay-Z and Beyonce aspirations. Some people just want to be happy.
But see, what I see from what y'all saying, everything is a financial thing. But what most relationships, the reason they break up is because the individuals in the relationship never agrees that they're wrong. They never admit their wrongs. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't necessarily the man or the woman. Both people could be wrong, but they don't want to admit it. So when they don't want to admit that they're wrong, even on both hands, it's gonna break up.
Okay.
And then when you don't think that, then you're gonna think that the other person wrong, you're not wrong. So you're gonna want them to come back to you because you never correct your wrong. You have to be able to correct your wrong to go back to a person if they got all the other qualities.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you
That sound good.
don't build yourself up, get yourself in order, and that person has to do the same thing. Because you can build yourself up, but you can see that person didn't build themselves up because they never accepted their wrong. Guess what happens? I'm not going back. You see what I'm saying? Because you see what it already was. And if it's still the same thing, why go back?
Because if they couldn't cook before you left, they can't cook.
There you go.
They didn't take no cooking lessons while you were
You know what I'm saying?
They may have called Paula Dean. You never know.
They've been
Call
watching
Paula
Martin
Dean,
Stewart
can
and
you
Stewart
follow
and
Paula
Snoop
Dean
Dogg.
recipes?
Yeah.
To a T.
But
I
y'all.
know how to cook, man.
Oh,
You
no.
have to admit you're wrong. You have to be acceptance of your wrongs on both ends because it's not one wrong that breaks up a relationship. Sometimes it's two.
Yeah, I agree with
You see
Rick
what I'm
on
saying?
that.
So,
I agree with
what you
that.
want?
And guess what? You can build from there if you admit you're wrong.
Timothy
Now the
said,
values
I
can
have
come in.
on Ferris
Let me-
and
you
Ricky
know,
Wright, DC, and
Yeah.
Reed.
So
You know what?
Let's make
I'm
it
sorry
happen.
to cut y'all off, gentlemen.
Go ahead.
But I gotta go back to what Kevin said about, you know, your self-worth and coming collectively and building your self-worth together. When I wanted to kind of reiterate that, when I say self-worth, you have to know, like, if you're not going back and just say if this person was, you know this person is not good for you.
Right.
You know that this person do not add to you.
Have
They're-
good intent.
they're
Have
like,
great intent
They have
for
great
you.
intentions. They're like a liability.
Yeah.
It's not like you're in all
Yeah.
state, you're in good hands when you with this
Yeah,
person.
exactly.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So you don't want a liability, you want an asset. You know what I'm
She smokes
saying?
just as much weed as I do. We can't. That ain't gonna work.
That's what I'm saying. So it's, the weed bill
Hold
is gonna
on.
be big.
Hold on. When you first met her, the first thing you asked her, do you smoke weed?
I know.
She was hitting the blunt end once in a
Wait,
while.
wait,
when
you
we
know
dated.
you
I wasn't
are-
smoking like that, but then all of a sudden,
You know you're a sponsor.
and all of a sudden she smoked like a chimney.
You're right, because that way gonna take a little bit more to get her back to that moment.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
What do you all think about when you're in relationships? My thing is, before you get in a relationship, I think you need to fix you first. Before
Yeah,
you get into a relationship with
I
somebody first.
disagree with that too.
Yeah,
Why
hold
do
on.
you disagree with that?
Yeah.
Hold on, let Rod finish. Let me stop.
Because I think if you toxic and you ain't got yourself together and you get in a relationship, you finna make a disaster.
And hey,
But I think, see, one thing that I think people do not want to do, people do not want to get inventory of themselves.
you're right.
A lot of people don't want to deal with themselves. See, when you're not dealing just basically not with yourself, you dealing with somebody else in a relationship, you ain't healed and you ain't found place to heal in your own life, so you can easily point the finger at somebody.
Exactly.
She did. This is the reason why I'm this and that and that. But once you left alone with yourself and you deal with yourself, because I do believe once you take inventory of yourself, KB,
There you go.
and you check everything,
There you go.
I think you'll bring that into your life.
True.
Because if you got trash in your life, you finna get some trash.
Finna get some trash.
See, I think the problem is a lot of people don't want to deal with somebody else's struggles.
That's
You know,
what it is. I agree with Kathy.
See, people get it, you know, when they meet
That's
somebody,
gonna happen in a relationship, y'all.
they may dig somebody to a degree or whatever, and they may want to, you know, see what's up. They want to chop it up with them, whatever. But once they see that they might have a little struggle going on,
A little
you know,
baggage.
they got some little baby daddy drama, or
Baggage.
you know, something, you know, you know, his money.
All of us got baggage.
You know, you know, see, folks don't want to deal with somebody
It's
else's
easy to leave.
struggle.
It's easy to leave relationships.
All of us got baggage. Every last one of us
We all
got baggage.
It depends on how heavy the damn
And-
bag is. If the
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton bag is damn heavy, you got.
But
So
see-
like they said, do you admit that you're toxic?
Yeah, you hit, yeah.
Like,
That's what
I, let me
first
tell you
concept.
something. I know how I've been toxic in a relationship. I know I've done it.
I'm pretty sure you have, pretty
We
Rick.
probably-
Believe me.
Rick, you've been talking to Rick.
Yeah, I done been a toxic motherfucker. I know. I apologize for being toxic.
Go ahead, let me get your commercial.
But guess what?
Go ahead.
Guess what happened?
Talk to me.
It took me to get to myself, you know what I'm saying, to get myself back together, to be a better man for if I'm gonna be with any woman. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm not gonna be with any woman unless I get myself completely.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say that. I could be broken to pieces. I'm gonna get me some woman. I don't give a damn.
But see,
I don't
it's
care
like
what.
like you say, you can make a woman bitter. You know what I'm saying?
No, half the time she bitter when she got to you.
You can
bitter
make
when she got there.
you can make a bitter.
No, I'm not buying that. I'm not
You can
buying
make a woman
Wait,
bitter.
I'm not gonna agree with you on that
because
now.
I'm
You
serious.
just bashing
Hey,
her.
no.
Let's
See,
get
it was
talk.
fine. It was fine when we were pointing out all the things that's wrong with a man. But now that I start saying, well, she comes bitter and she this, that, and the other. Oh, now I'm woman bashing. See, that's the problem. See, a lot of women want to point the finger at the man, but don't want to take a self-evaluation of who they are. See, it's a lot of men.
That's what I was saying.
A lot of men have no problem. A lot of men have no problem saying I'm sorry. A lot of men have no problem saying, baby, I was wrong. A lot of men have no problem coming to their woman or the
Well,
woman.
you show me where that man is at.
Let me get it out here.
I just said it.
See,
Y'all let me get it out. Y'all let me get it
a lot of
out.
men ain't got that problem, but a lot of women have a problem admitting it because they feel like it shows a sign of weakness in them, when actually it's a sign of strength. When actually it's a sign of strength, but you'll sit there and you'll let a man go all crazy trying to fix things with you when you
Exactly.
were the wrong in the beginning.
I agree with that now.
Okay.
All right, Shay, what you got to say about that?
Okay, Kevin, I'm not just saying you're bashing us,
That's what you said.
but listen, let
That's
me
what you
reiterate, let me rephrase that because I was wrong, okay?
Go ahead.
I'm not saying that you're bashing us. All I'm saying is that most of the time when women are bitter and sour, it's because y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all come to the table and you put on the first 3 weeks, the first 6 weeks of relationship. Now I'll let you talk, Kevin, let me talk, please.
Actually, you didn't.
Let me talk. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I said what I said, and I'll let you talk.
Y'all doing good
What I'm
today.
saying.
Y'all doing good.
What I'm
Y'all doing
saying.
good.
Let me just tell you this. Me and him and I got a little fight.
Y'all
He knows
doing good.
too. You know, I love him. It's
Go
a
ahead.
love and hate relationship. We
Oh
can't
yeah,
help it.
oh yeah.
Okay, what I'm saying is that a lot of y'all don't know what y'all want. So we are bitter. A lot of us are hurt from our prior relationships, but a lot of women now, we're taking the initiative not to bring what we went through in our
Where is she
previous
at?
relationship. I'm one of them.
Where is she at?
I'm one of them. I can sit here and I can dwell on all of my relationships that I had in the past and bring them into my situation right now. And you know what? That's not going to help my situation. That's going to hinder it.
That shit
For me
sounds good on
growing.
paper. It
It's
sounds good on
it's
paper.
not just
I'm just
paper.
not, but see, you're one of a billion. You know, but that's not the general consensus when it comes to women as far as letting go of what has hurt them and bring.
But see, let me tell you something. If you're
Exactly.
dealing with a man, just say if I'm dealing with a guy and I'm dating him and I love him and he constantly keeps cheating on me, he constantly keeps lying to me, and I see that this relationship is not healthy, why should I stay in it? Of course it's gonna turn you bitter.
You just said yourself a minute ago that not all men cheat, not all men have a side.
I said not all men have a side piece.
Well,
Now,
that's
having a one night stand is different. Having a one but having a one night stand.
That's the same shit.
No, it's not, because having a side piece is somebody that you're constantly dealing with. You're building something with this side piece. We're talking about a man that goes out and have one night stand, probably go to the strip
So
club.
that's not cheating?
It is cheating, but it's not continuously having a side piece. You still have to take care of that side piece
So he can have-
and fulfill her needs as well.
He can have several side people, one night stands, he just can't have one consistent side.
I'm not saying, look, one
I'm
thing
just
about
trying
me.
to- I'm just trying to understand what
No,
you're
let me
saying.
tell you something about me. I can't control what the next man do. All I can worry
But I
about
just want you to
is
answer my question.
Let me-
It's okay for him to have several one night stands.
He can have whatever he
But
wants.
just not one solid side piece.
No, because if I find out that you're giving the same woman the stuff that I'm getting, no, it's not
See, I
fair.
put that on my Facebook page yesterday. You think cheating
I am selfish. Why should she get to go? Why should she get to go to damn Neiman Marcus and Saks?
And see, that's what I put that on my Facebook
I don't
page.
care.
God.
It's about me.
You be the only one go to
Oh
Neiman
my
Marcus.
God.
Did you see what I posted there?
Welcome to.
Oh, Lord.
Look, hold on, ladies. Hold on, I gotta say something. We are filming right here where I live at, and there's so many bad women. Atlanta, you know what, women? I love y'all because we keep ourselves together.
Not
And
all
of us
y'all.
are
Not all y'all.
That's the women that.
Not all y'all. That's a lie. The Bible says, "Who finds a wife finds a good thing." All y'all ain't a wife, and all y'all damn sure is a good thing.
But look, I hear where I live at. They do. This Buckhead, baby, we keep ourselves
Right,
together.
right,
baby.
right.
We
Hey,
keep
So
ourselves
let me ask
together. We
you
dying
a
for here.
question. Okay.
hold on, Rico.
Now,
hold on.
I done talked to, a few women in the past, they said, why they can't find, what I'm saying, they see another woman with a man. They see another woman with a man. And then they look back and say, why I can't find a man? Is it because of the men that they attract? Or is it?
That's it.
Is it cause?
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Cause some women, they assume that, I want a bald head. You know what I'm saying?
Tall, dark, and
But
handsome. It's straight.
like you say, it's what they attract.
It's what they attract.
You see what I'm saying? It's what they are attracted to. You gotta step outside your realm sometimes. You see what I'm saying? You can't sit there and be like, oh, I like that type of dude. That type of dude might not be for you. He might be toxic for you.
Right.
But guess what? Some women like that because they like pain. A lot of them, they like pain. So guess what? They want to go through a struggle. So hey, that's what they want.
So for all those that are just tuning in, the topic right now is
Yeah.
the reasons why you should or should not go back.
in a relationship.
The reasons why you should or should not go back in a relationship, and when you go, there are actually some times when you should take a second trip.
You should, because
That's
sex is
awesome.
good.
You should.
You know that other person had great qualities.
Sex.
You see what I'm saying?
Especially when you know it was your fault that it didn't work out.
Exactly.
When the person that really needs to make the most
And there you
change is
go.
your ass.
Exactly. And that's admittance. You know what I'm saying? You admit
I agree.
that you was wrong.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? And you could go back. But at the same time, sometimes, hey, it might not be worth the trip. It might not be worth the trip.
That's good, Doc.
I'm gonna be honest with you though.
Rico, play
I
Hey,
gotta agree
play a
with
little
Kevin
music for
and Rick on this one. If the sex is good and you know that you messed up, ladies, go back, give them another shot.
It's usually them that mess up anyway.
Yeah, no, it's normally me.
Because
I have
I'm
that
gonna tell
effect on
you,
people.
sometimes you know why it kind of be the woman.
Why?
The reason why it be a woman, because a woman lives a fairy tale life. She wants a fairy
Oh
tale
no,
love.
ma'am, no fairy tale. This
Yes,
is
she
all
knows.
real.
No, you.
I want
but-
Prince Charming. You right.
See, there
That
you go.
part.
You want that fairy tale life, and that don't exist.
Why can't he sweep
Fairy
me off
tale-
my feet?
Fairy tale is not real.
But why can't he sweep me off my feet and I have a glass?
It's not
slipper?
real. See, that's what I'm saying.
Turn it down a little
It's
bit.
fairy
Come
tale
down
life.
just a little bit.
You can't live that fairy tale life. You gotta live in reality.
Down a little bit more.
Come down.
You know what I'm saying?
When you say
Right out.
fairy tale,
Right
fairy
out.
tale is
Right
to
out.
what? Because I've dated guys who I was physically and mentally attracted to, but as far as their business mind and my business mind is just in minutes because I know what I wanted. So why would I?
But see,
continue
why
to
it's
drag
always
him
about what you
along?
want?
No, but I'm saying,
Why
why would I settle though?
But hold on.
The
Why,
same question you asked.
hold on. Why he can't do his thing, you do your thing, and y'all come together?
'Cause I don't-
Now, hold on. It's all about what you want. See, that's a personal thing. That's selfish.
It is.
Break her down.
That's
Break her
not-
down to the
that's- you
bone
can never-
marrow.
that's not the way
Yeah.
life
Oh,
goes.
he done got all that mouth.
Life
He
don't
done
go
got
that
all
way.
that
You can
mouth.
never break me
He
down.
done
Oh,
broke
you broke down. 'Cause
Nah.
broke
But
down
I'm
and put
saying-
back in the box.
Why should I have to deal with a man that don't want the same things I want out
He
of life?
shouldn't want the same things you want.
Why?
Because he's a man.
Well, what, he just want to have
And you're
sex
a
with
grown
every-
man.
That's
Look,
it.
I don't get sexually turned on unless you got something to bring to the table. I'm just being honest with you.
But see, that's the point that
I
I'm
can
But
play
hold
with
on.
myself.
Hold on. But guess what? It's what you want him to bring to the table. Selfish.
Okay, what you
He
back?
brings something to the table.
But
you
I'm
don't like.
tired of
Hold on.
upgrading niggas.
Hold on for a minute.
I've been upgrading all my life. I don't
See,
want to
hold on, but see,
Hold
you
on.
think you upgrade him. He might be where he need to be.
Right.
Because guess what? That's where his passion is. But then you're where your passion is. Just because y'all passion is different don't mean y'all can't build. But see, you want your passion to be his passion. That shit don't work.
But I'm saying, I'm
That
interested
shit
in what
don't
he
work.
just, okay, so just say if you're dating a girl, right? And you were dating her, whatever the case may be, and she came to you and said, babe, you know, I have a business idea, this is what I wanna do. And even though it's not your passion, because you're with her and because you love her or like
You be
her,
supportive.
you gotta be supportive. This is what I'm
But
saying.
they don't mean
a lot of
I'm
black
finna
men
indulge
do not
into
know how
it.
to be supportive of black
Yes,
women.
they do.
Serenity. So
Yes,
what
they
if
do.
it,
Y'all just get
That
it
is the
mixed up.
most ridiculous thing
Y'all
I've
get it
heard
mixed up.
today.
so what if he followed?
It ain't ridiculous as that damn tequila you down there drinking.
I'm actually drinking on that honey. I'm on that honey Christian, brother.
You know, I got some crown in the truck. I forgot to bring it.
Bring the damn crown in.
Don't worry about it.
We need it.
We're gonna see about that in a minute.
Yeah, we
We're gonna see about that in a minute.
So let me ask you this, Serenity. What if he has his own personal goals, his achievement that he been?
I got a better one. I got a better one for you.
Go ahead.
I got a better for you, Rod. What if this man comes to get already put together? You say you try to upgrade him. So this man comes to you already put together. If a real man pays the bills, what does a real woman do?
A real woman
Call
pays
her
the
mom.
bills too, baby.
No. But he's already handling that. You just said.
But I'm saying, but we gotta come together.
Let
We
me
gotta
ask
come together.
my own question first.
Go ahead. Go get your number.
Aside from the physical, if a real man pays the bills,
Talk to him.
what does a real woman do? Any woman can open her legs.
No,
any
baby.
woman can open her mouth.
Okay,
Hey,
can I say something?
Tony Jackson said, ask her what does she have to bring to the table
That's what I just said.
as well.
Okay, let me tell you, listen up, Atlanta. A woman who has a good man who's
That's not. We're not talking about
Let
a
me
woman.
finish.
We're talking about you.
Let me tell you, a woman should be able to bring to the table.
Talking about you though.
She should be able to cook. She should be able to clean.
I ain't seen you cook up there yet.
Oh, I can cook. Baby, I can cook. Okay?
I ain't had a hot meal since I've been over this thing.
You right. I said we went to Bad Daddy's last weekend. Well,
Yeah, I
that
ain't
was-
had a meal since I came
Kevin,
here.
I'm gonna cook the next time you come over. I promise. Okay?
I'm gonna need you
She
to tighten
cook.
up.
She cook. She cook.
I can throw down. My brothers can tell you
Look,
that.
I don't
I
need.
can burn now.
Damn
I
your
can
brother.
burn.
I don't give a damn about the
No.
damn brother.
Look, let me tell you something. I cooked the whole Thanksgiving dinner,
She
baby.
sure did.
Oh, baby, when I tell you I can throw down, don't let these pretty feet face and
So
I like to cook, baby.
So back to.
But I'm gonna be honest with you though, a woman's supposed to be able to,
Compliment.
yeah, she's supposed to be able to compliment her man. And let me just tell you this, for real, a lot of women, we have became lazy as to taking care of our men and have a good quality set up for our man. If a man is doing everything he can to provide and take care of you, then women, we should go the extra mile to have him set up when he comes home or if he comes over, whatever the situation may
That
be,
shit
to
sounds
massage
good.
him.
But-
See,
but
this is stuff,
but-
it don't sound
but
good.
that's-
This is what I do.
but this-
You should massage your man, you should cater to his every need. A man just wants a woman that's gonna cater to him. Y'all are looking for a mother figure type of woman.
Who
Somebody
looking
that
for
knows. Listen, what I'm saying is she just gotta be able to be passionate. She gotta know how to take care of you, know what your needs are, your wants. And a lot of women don't do that. We're so selfish. We're stuck on ourselves. So what I do is I go above and beyond if I got a good man to make sure that I'm catering to his needs.
Tony Jackson, did she answer your question? She did get another reply. Tony Jackson, I hope she answered your question. What you about to say, KB?
I done lost all train of thought with that bullshit. I'm just trying to get on the same page as Michelle. I just can't get on the same page with her today. I can't get on the same page with her
She
today.
gave the correct answer.
I
The
gave
thing
the
is,
correct
how many
answer.
women out there are really doing it? I know
It's
it's
the
women out here
question.
that's really doing it.
I
It's
want-
women out there
Tony
that's really
Jackson
doing
said,
it.
what is he getting when the weave and the makeup come on? That's what he wants.
Hey, you need to
Hold on,
find
let me
you
see.
need to find that out before you commit to the relationship.
He said, you coming to the table, but you
Before
coming to
you,
somebody else.
before you commit to any relationship, you need to know what they really look like with the makeup off, with the weave off.
Appreciate
You
it,
need
Tom.
to know.
Appreciate it, Tom.
Find that out
Walk the
before you
door, I see, bro.
commit.
You talking about your music game.
I like
what?
about the camera feed.
Hey, when you get in a relationship, you better find out what she look like with the weave off.
I'm
Yeah,
about sick of this
Okay,
shit.
okay.
I'm about sick of this
Okay,
self-righteous
now check
woman
this out.
shit.
Now, okay, then what I'm trying to find out, when you in a relationship,
Yeah.
okay, and you don't broke up with the young lady, or
Uh-huh.
the man, okay, and then all of a sudden you in between, you in a situation, you don't find somebody else that might be, where you want to go, okay, but you still have that, I ain't gonna call her baggage, I ain't gonna call him baggage, okay? But what I'm saying is, what is that point that you say you stay or go? That's what I'm trying to get y'all.
The backtracking thing, if I see that she got with somebody that got a little bit more than me, I'm gonna try to get it back, because he probably saying this my pussy and everything while they having sex. I'm gonna, and I'm just, I gotta smash one more time just to let him know it ain't really his.
Alright, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Rick,
Yeah.
at least 5 minutes, 5 minutes about reason why you would leave or you would go back. Give 5 minutes of elaboration on that, Rick.
The reason you would leave, the reason you would not go back.
Not go back. And then you give another one you will go back.
The reason I would leave, the reason you would, not go back, the reason I would not go back is because, you probably would have a conversation with that individual. You know what I'm saying? While you're in the process of not being with anybody or moving forward. And if you keep hearing the same thing you've been hearing for years and years and years, the shit get old.
It gets real old.
It gets real old. And let you know that that person hasn't moved on from the hurt.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? You have to move on from the hurt.
Okay.
You can't bring up the past. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. The past is the past. You know it. That other individual know it. Both y'all lived it, so let it go. You have to be strong enough to let it go and let's move forward. If you want to move on with that person.
Okay. What will make you go back then?
What will make you go back?
Yeah.
If you don't hear that bullshit.
That's
If you don't hear it and you see that they're moving forward and they're talking about the future and not talking about the past, they're not looking back, that probably will give you a sense of saying, you know what, I can move on with her or him, because they're not talking about the past. They're not bringing that baggage with them. We already know what we did to hurt each other.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? We know what we did. Let's heal.
That's
You
right.
cannot heal if you keep peeling on the scab.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And when you're still talking about the past, you keep peeling on scabs.
Yeah.
You don't want that wound to heal.
Okay.
But see, that's one thing
It's
about
an
going
open
back.
wound. You keep throwing salt in it.
Keep throwing something. That shit hurt.
That's just like
It
throwing
hurts.
gas
And
on
guess what they
fire.
say? That other individual, while you talking, that other individual is thinking. Because they listening. So they're thinking, they're like, hey, I ain't doing that shit. You see what I'm saying? So they gonna move forward. You see what I'm saying? They gonna move forward. And guess what? That person can be a great person, but they haven't learned to let go of the past.
Okay, Kevin, elaborate the reason why you would leave and the reason why you would go back.
The reason I would leave, because I probably have been cheated about 3-4 times, so I needed to give her some chance to kind of get over that a bit. Then I'll come on back after she been calm down. So I, it's time for me. Once somebody been cheated enough, then that's the time you got to go and give her some, let her breathe a little bit.
Right.
But if the minute I start thinking she's starting to get some new ding, I'm coming back around. It's time to come back.
It's time to come back.
Oh yeah, it's time to come back. You can't be getting no more new ding.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When we get the new ding and the new ding is good, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Why?
It's a wrap.
Why?
I'm telling you. Let me tell you why it's a wrap, because let me just tell y'all why it's a wrap, because a woman, y'all are different creatures. Y'all have testosterone versus us. We're very emotional creatures.
Very.
So if we're dating a guy and the chemistry is good, but the sex is dynamite, it's a wrap. You're not gonna be able to come back. You know what she's gonna do? She's gonna start making every excuse as to why you can't come over, as to why she can't see you, because she's found somebody else that can satisfy her needs. You can't unlock that fucking box. I'm telling you.
I'll show you.
No.
The cab counter make you let me in there. We gonna get around this. I tell you what.
Because I'm telling you, a woman don't. Now you got some women that like to sleep with different men and have a different choice of men. But when you have a woman that really knows what she wants out of life, she's not going to be sleeping with different guys.
It's a facade. I just think that this whole,
why do it have to be a facade?
You don't even know what I'm getting ready to say though.
But I already know what you're going to say. It's some bullshit. That's why I'm telling you off before you get shot.
See, that's a good reason to leave right there, because she won't let you talk.
Okay.
That's all I'm about to know. I can't get a word in.
That's the reason why you shouldn't come back.
Yeah. I can't get a word in.
You gotta let the man talk. I guess I let him talk.
That's a big problem. That's a big problem when you think you know every goddamn thing.
I don't think I know every shit.
It ain't just you, it's y'all out there think y'all know every goddamn thing. Y'all know everything about the relationship.
As soon as you start talking, she thinks she can finish your sentence for you.
Yeah, exactly. Because we already know what y'all think what y'all did. They call
call that
That's
love,
how
though. Can't be some
y'all
people
say that.
can't be some people call that love.
Is that what they call
They
it?
didn't say when they
No,
finish the
y'all,
sentence.
we already know what y'all about to say before you say it.
Don't love me.
This y'all do, that's all y'all pick with, man.
Fire.
In sports, as long as we, look, and then football season, ain't gonna even lie, I love it, because you know what, y'all leave me the hell alone,
Okay,
I leave you the hell
but
alone.
hang tight though. If all we like is sex and sports, how come it's so hard for some women to keep it happy?
Oh! Because she don't know how to be submissive, and we're gonna go back to
You
that.
don't sound very submissive in this motherfucker today.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just letting you know.
Say that one more
You don't
time.
sound submissive worth a damn in here today. I mean, and what you settle for is what you end up with. I'm just trying to tell you.
Say that one more time when you got to say KB.
What did I say?
See, I told you, he got an attention span short.
Yes, very short.
Hey, say that again. That was a good.
Goddamn weird.
If they love sports, yeah, he
If you know that your man loves sports
Uh-huh.
and he loves sex,
Uh-huh.
then why is it so hard for women to keep their man happy?
Oh.
Because they don't compliment, they don't cater
Don't
to
compliment.
them.
Cater to them.
They gotta cater to them. If you know your man wanna watch football on Sundays, go get that nigga some wings. Go get him some shit from Publix.
We ain't got
Bring
nothing
that
to
in.
eat. Ain't a wing
I
on
was
here.
gonna tell you something. I had to do my makeup, and I ordered y'all a platter.
Ain't no sandwiches.
I'm sorry, I ordered y'all a platter. This is our photographer calling. Tim, I'm sorry. I know you're supposed to be over here. Come on over here. We're ready for our shoot. I'm sorry, Tim. We love you. Listen, this morning I got up a little late, and I was supposed to have food for y'all. But I will take y'all out to dinner after we finish this show, okay?
For all those who are tuning in, if you have not taken the time to like the Shonuff show, please,
Like it, hit it
please
up.
go and like the Shonuff show page.
Subscribe to it.
Corey, you got the telephone number on that?
And
You got
like the
tele-
Shonuff show page.
You got the
Subscribe
telephone
to it
number on
on
that?
YouTube.
You got the telephone number on that?
Yeah, I had put it on.
Please, somebody call in. Call in. Call it in. Let us see. You got to, so you can talk to Kevin, Surrency, or Slick, or
Hey,
myself.
Amanda, call in,
Call
tune
in.
in.
Call in. Call
Tune
in.
in. Let's get him to tune in. He's
How
nice.
can you keep this is for the whole panel? How can you keep relationships without going back and forth like this? What you saying? In living in that line.
How can you keep a relationship?
I'm talking about, but the topic we talking about.
How can you keep what?
Okay, say for instance, guess what I'm saying. Atlanta will give you a reason to leave, and then sometimes some Atlanta can give you a reason to go back because there may be some good stuff you may get out there. Then you realize like, man, it wasn't the half bad I was with, and I'm going back as it pertains to Atlanta.
I'm gonna say, born and raised in Atlanta,
Me too.
and
ATL.
watching Atlanta grow to where it is now
Mhm.
from back then. Let me tell you something. For men, it's very hard to be in a relationship in Atlanta. I'm just gonna sit there and tell you
Tony
the
Jackson,
truth.
the call-in number is
It is
678-615-8063.
very hard to be in a relationship in Atlanta. And if you can
615-8063.
sustain a great relationship in Atlanta, you're a strong individual. You're a strong individual. We have, what it is, like 18 to 1, women to men
I don't
ratio.
see that because I get
You
so many
say
men.
you-
I swear I can't even go to the gas
I
station.
think it's higher than that.
It's high. Listen, no, I'm for real. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm telling you, y'all keep talking about 18 to 1. But where are all these women? Because these men out here are thirsty. I have to get these niggas Gatorade. I can't even go to the gas station and pump my gas.
You just wanted his 18.
Ooh.
Oh, but he can't even get the number. So how am I one of his 18?
You gonna get some?
But what
Somebody
I'm
done
saying
got
is,
to know.
See,
Somebody
that's
got to
that
know.
shit over that bullshit.
Hold on,
You know what I'm saying?
why you gonna get mad, man?
That's
Why you gonna get
That's what I
mad?
don't like. You know,
Let me tell you something.
That's what I'm calling
This
it.
man out here trying to get his whole 18. He trying to, if it's 18 to 1, it's a man out here trying to get his whole 18. So yeah, you might think he's thirsty. No, he just trying to fill it up the way he think it's supposed to be.
Like that lady right
That's
there.
what it is.
That lady pimping that old man right there, y'all.
I know, that's why
I
you
know
gotta
she
keep your
pimping
old
that
one on deck, baby. That motherfucker got that bread too, y'all.
She pimping.
She pimping the hell out of it.
I ain't gonna
And
lie.
she ain't got no ass, ladies. Y'all going out here getting all this ass work. And you ain't even gotta have all that to get a sugar daddy.
Let me tell you
Look,
something.
she got her real sugar daddy.
All the woman needs
I can't
is
tell
a
her
great.
sugar daddy. She the one carrying the shit. She got everything. She carries the paper towel. She about to drop every goddamn thing.
Oh, that's a young
Yes,
one.
she is.
That's
Got
a
a
young
young
one.
one.
That's the one she fucking. You done came and grabbed everything out of goddamn hand. That's the one that she fucking.
That is
See,
the one she
y'all
fucking.
see, I can tell right now. See, that's your problem. You don't know
That is the one
you
she
don't know how to
fucking.
figure shit
I
out.
gotta watch how this game unfolds, man.
See,
Watch how this game unfolds.
you gotta know what you're doing. See, I know how to figure that shit out.
Hey man. But the ratio in here out here is 18 to 1. There's a lot of men out here trying to get their 18.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So women might think men are thirsty, yeah, because they know what the ratio is.
Right.
And they know it's a lot of single women out here. There's a lot of women that need sex, they need a man in their life. You know what I'm saying? So either
We
you gonna,
don't need you, we want you.
no.
I'm so
You-
serious.
hold on. What the fuck you do, nigga?
Let me get a
Hold on,
Look, I can change my own
I'm
tire.
gonna nip this one in the
I
bud.
can change
Hold
my
on.
oils.
You might can, but you gonna need a nigga goddamn with another nigga start rattling on that goddamn door. You gonna want that nigga to go to it. You can pay all the bills in the house. You can pay all the bills. You can cook. You can do everything. But when a nigga start rattling on that motherfucking door and got them about to break in, you gonna tell that nigga go get that goddamn door.
No, cause that's why I keep a 45 in the house.
Whatever.
And some slick smoke liquor.
You don't
I'm
want
telling you, boy, you better get the shoes for it.
Okay.
See, look. Why your hand move when you shot?
It ain't supposed to snap back.
No,
I want the shoe
no,
ring.
no,
I want the shoe ring.
no, it don't.
The shoe ring
It's
gonna stay
gonna
like
be
that.
like
No.
Shut him out. You don't know how to shoot.
No,
You don't miss that nigga.
Go ahead, KB. Go ahead, KB.
Go ahead, KB.
Hang tight. I got one a little better than that. Even if a woman don't want a man that to take care of her, she don't want one that can't.
Oh.
Exactly.
She don't want
Even
what?
if a woman
Hold
don't.
on. And then what tripped me out, you might not want a man, but you gonna get a woman that act like one.
Mr. McCollum, I see you, baby.
Hey,
Even if a woman does not want a man to take care of
she
her,
gonna get a man.
she
She
does
gonna get a
not
woman,
want one who cannot.
and she gonna get a woman that act like one. So you gonna want some manliness in your life
This nigga's pouring
while you're talking.
in a can. I'm done.
Okay,
And-
what you want
and-
to point on the table?
We got cups,
You want me to
Kevin.
lap this man?
We have cups.
I like to be incognito.
Hey, we got cups, we got cans.
That's why I think he live in a whole nother concrete jungle, boy.
Absolutely, I stay in my goddamn lane. I don't try to floss. I stay in my goddamn lane, as long as I can drink it.
You live in a concrete jungle, baby.
That's fine. That's fine. I stay in my lane.
Yeah.
You know, I stay in my lane. I stay in my
Hey,
mode
Rick.
of operation.
Hey, Snake said one more time when they start knocking on that door. What was
Oh, they want that nigga to go to that goddamn door and into the palace. Cause that other motherfucker about to kill him. Shit,
I
she
just
don't
got
got
robbed.
hey,
Hey, ATL, I just got robbed last week over in Sandy Springs. I was living at the Cliffwood. Don't move over there. Let me tell you something.
What happened?
This dude came up to my car and told me that he wanted my Chanel bag. Me and him was arguing until he pulled out that 45. You right? I told him I said, yeah. I said you can take the matte makeup.
No, you know you wish your nigga right there.
I know I was.
While y'all talking that shit.
I was crying like hell.
Shit.
I ain't
Fuck
gonna even
y'all
lie.
nigga goddamn man.
Yes, we do, ladies. We do. When
Shit.
stuff like that occur, it scared the hell out of me. But I will argue with that man about my
Well,
name.
see, I guess my problem with this conversation, Miss
Surrency.
Oh, Miss Surrency.
is that there's a lot of agreement, comments or about what a man is or is not and what he should or should not be doing. But not one time have you addressed the shortcomings or the shortfalls that women have in these same situations. You know, because it's not just because a man is single does not mean it was his fault.
Ooh.
Just because hang tight. Just because a man is a single man and he's been single for however long does not mean that even if he's divorced,
Yeah.
does not mean that divorce was his fault.
Shonuff.
Even if he's in a bad relationship,
Shonuff.
does not mean that the problems belong to him.
Shonuff.
Exactly.
So see what tends to happen is a lot of times men take the blame for situations and circumstances simply to keep their woman from looking bad. Because a real man don't want his woman looking bad. A real man ain't gonna dog his woman out.
He'll put all the blame on himself.
He'll take it all.
He'll put all the blame on himself, knowing that she
But the thing is she'll allow him to do it. She'll not only will he'll take the blame, but she'll allow him to do it and then come down on him for doing exactly what.
And she knows she was the daughter of the problem.
Women, please call in. Y'all see I'm drowning in here. Please call in. They trying to bash us, okay?
It is
That
not
is
bad.
not
Don't
true.
do that.
That
Don't
is
do that.
not
Don't do
true.
that. First of all, this is the Shonuff show. The Shonuff show is
This
made
is
up of
Shonuff,
four.
right.
We do not bash
It's
anybody.
made up of four.
Well, you make it seem like y'all take all the responsibility
No.
when it's not true.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Y'all are all over the place.
Wait, hang tight.
Shit.
The Shonuff show is made up of 4 black men and a black woman.
Beautiful
and-
black woman.
Okay, but wait a minute.
See?
Can a brother just finish a thought without you interjecting?
Go ahead.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Okay,
You want something?
She got it. Let him have it.
Okay, so with having four black men and 1 black woman, then it's not about it's your fault or it's his fault. It's about what are we doing together to make it break up, and what are we doing together to bring it back together. It's not about he not making more money and she not making enough. It's not about she not cooking and he eating up all the food. It's about us being collective and fixing the problems as well as the successes
and correcting it. Admit your wrongs in a relationship.
Women want to take credit for all the success and want to blame the man for the failure.
That sounds like a bro.
Well, that's because
I just can't. I would tell you something. Y'all doing such a good job. I can't wait to download this on YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now we do take a lot of credit. We always. Can I talk?
Go ahead.
We give y'all credit.
Okay, you know why? Because the white man have empowered black women to be more successful than our own black man.
That's true.
A lot of y'all don't want to step up to the plate and take back what is y'all. So you know what has to happen?
Take back what?
Take back.
Take back what?
You
What do you mean take back?
You
Take
know
back
about
your success.
So
Stop letting other people,
she just
other
sat up here and
nations.
said that the white man put black women in a position to succeed.
Yeah.
All the black men.
Yes, they did. They did.
Hold on. But then she said, we need to take it back.
Yes, y'all should. Y'all should. Okay, but let me just say this though. I feel like a lot of us women, and I gotta agree with
That's
you.
a whole nother conversation.
Okay, but I'm not letting y'all talk. I'm letting y'all. I let y'all talk. I let y'all talk.
Let her talk.
Let me finish talking. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we do take pride and we take responsibility of everything. I'm gonna go to it.
Okay.
We take pride and we do. Kevin, I agree with you on that.
All
Because
right.
some of us do take it and we run with it. But what I'm trying to get y'all to realize that, yeah.
Okay, check this out. Since we got that far on
How
that.
you just gonna cut me off? See, this is why you get cussed
Go
out.
ahead.
This is why black men get cussed out. You see me
Go ahead.
talking, you wanna just take the damn throne.
Go ahead,
Cut
then.
your ass out.
Finish
Now
that.
hand me my black book back and let me finish talking.
Go ahead.
Anyway,
No,
what
I ain't said a word yet though.
I know you better not
I
say
gotta
nothing.
get y'all cognac.
I got Kevin trying.
Go ahead, baby.
Kevin's doing good.
Ooh. Hey, no, sir. Kevin. Hold tight. Hold tight.
Okay.
He can't hold it. He can't hold it.
tight.
He can't hold
We got
it.
work.
Kevin can't hold it.
We got
Hold on,
one
let me
topic.
just say this.
And we
For
got
real,
one
for
topic.
real. Kevin, I do agree with what you just said about black women, but there are some of us that don't act like that. And some of us know how to be laid back and play our position. I'm just gonna leave it at that and wrap it up. But we're gonna move on to our next topic.
What's the next topic?
Our next topic is what will make a woman think that a man is weak in a relationship? ATL, call in.
Here you
check
go,
in.
ladies. You got a whole
Repeat
hour to
that.
bash the shit out of us.
Repeat
So
that.
go ahead and call in and type and comment all on the post. This is your time to bash the men all you goddamn want to. This
What will make a woman think
Let me
that
tell you
a man is weak in a relationship? Atlanta, tune in. Facebook, YouTube.
Fire!
Hey, a lot-
Please
worldwide.
tune in today.
Worldwide, baby.
I think-
Worldwide, baby.
Scared
We're
of y'all.
going worldwide.
Go
I
ahead.
think women's scared of y'all three. I'm serious.
Why you say
Cause
that?
y'all very. Oh shit! Somebody called in. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I don't want to hear shit they got to say. Hang up on them.
No.
The show, no show. Who I'm speaking to?
Yeah.
Turn the music up.
Hold
Stop
on,
the music.
hold
Stop
on,
the music.
hold on.
Stop the music.
Hold on.
Okay,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Who is this?
TJ.
What's up, TJ? TJ, what's up, baby?
3-time champ.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, just send them my way.
Hey, man.
Just send them my way. I'll send all the extras.
It's a little different back in the '90s. When we back in the '90s, you know.
Ain't nothing but soap juice, Kick Daddy, watch your mouth. You remember that? That was the 90s, boy. Ain't nothing but
it's a little
soap
different
juice.
now.
Yeah, it's different now.
Hey, see, yeah, hey,
So what you got? What you got, Tony Jackson? What you got?
Tony? What you got?
Uh-huh.
Tony, Mr. Jackson. Hi, I'm Surrency. How are you? I'm glad you called in. I agree with you. Whenever I get in a relationship, I start lacking in my business. So I tend to try to not get involved with somebody unless they're on the same levels that I am on, because it does distract you, and it does cause an issue, because you have to spend so much time and dedication trying to please that relationship. So you have to know how to weigh out the balance, and sometimes my scale gets a little off. So I that's why I'm single, and that's why I'm not really dating right now.
Let me ask you a question, TJ. You said how long you been married? 20 years? Oh, so what was one of the most important things in your relationship to make you last for 20 years?
Sound sexy, please.
Hey, when you say it, you're doing it.
Y'all let him talk.
Let him talk, man. Let him
Go
talk.
ahead, TJ.
Go ahead, TJ.
Oh my God.
Okay. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Why couldn't I have met you? Tony Jackson, why couldn't I have met you about 14 years ago?
Yeah. And it just, both of y'all recognize each other's strength in a relationship. That's what it is. And it's a total respect thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds like, you know what I'm saying, she know her role. You know your role. You know your strength.
It's
like,
sounding to me
I'll
that
take
Tony
care of
Jackson
that,
just trying to
you'll
keep
take
him getting put out.
It's not necessarily that.
What you not doing, Tony? What you did last night? We found out you were instructors.
But Tony did say not by choice.
Yeah.
But what it is with his relationship, it's a respect thing. I hear total respect in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You go out and do your thing. She's not nagging that you're not spending time because she know you the breadwinner. So why she asks for a breadwinner, but then she thinks she's supposed to have all the time at the same time? You can't get both of those.
Hey, Tony, let me ask you a question.
And that's what makes it great, is that she's respecting what you're doing and you're providing, so she'd be able to do what she do in comfort. You know what I'm saying? And the kids
Very
can grow
true.
up in comfort.
Very
You know what I'm saying? So I respect that. And for a relationship to be like that, women and men have to respect their roles and not sit there and step over the boundaries and want more. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're content in your relationship, and that's what makes it last, is being content.
And not the goddamn Rick. I know. From last year.
Go ahead and answer what you want to ask.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, I'm with you, Tony. I'm with you.
Tony, I'm not
hold
with
on,
you.
wait, hold on. I got the flow. I got the flow.
I don't want to hear that.
Surrency.
Tony, I gotta talk to you.
Wait.
before you go, Tony.
I kept quiet while you was motherfucking talking. I was the only one that was
I ain't said nothing.
You ain't shut up yet.
Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
Hey, TJ, it's your boy Cam the Comic, man. Well, I sure appreciate you supporting the Shonuff show, man, and plugging us and everything, man.
God,
Appreciate it,
Tony.
Hey, man,
Appreciate Tony. We
All
love
right,
you, Tony.
all right,
Thank you for tuning in.
yeah,
We
TJ.
love you. Thank you for supporting the Shonuff show.
Hey,
That was Big Tony, Big
TJ, three-time champ, man. Y'all,
Three-time
if
champ.
y'all have not taken,
Where he's from? What he's
hey, but
let me plug
Atlanta,
it.
baby,
Let me
ATL.
plug it.
Hey, you're a Falcon fan.
Yeah, let me plug it.
Falcons.
Hold on.
Let's go
Shell. Let me plug it real quick. All right, for all those that are listening, if you haven't taken the time, if you don't know Mr. Tony Jackson, he has his own podcast, three-time champ podcast. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. You can look him up, Tony Jackson. You can click on the tag to his page and take you over to three-time champ. Go ahead and like his show, follow his show, man. He got a good thing going over there, man. Three-time champ. He's the biggest Falcons fan you've seen on Facebook.
You ain't lying. I ain't never seen nobody talk about them Falcons.
You finna lose your first game.
Baby, we going to the Super Bowl this year. I don't want to hear that.
You finna lose your first game, Tony.
But back to the topic, some
What
of
would
the
make
things
a woman
that Tony
think-
said, you know what I'm saying, some women would look at a man as weak when they're submitting to a certain responsibilities in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
women take that as weakness, but some women, it's a lot of women in Atlanta are getting it. They get on financially, they getting that bread. I'm gonna tell you,
Absolutely.
they on top of their game.
Absolutely.
They're at the top of their business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They CEOs, they
Hello.
managers, they
Owners.
supervisors, they doing things big. But what they need to understand is, just because your man doesn't make as much money as you, doesn't make him a weaker man.
It
You
does.
know what I'm saying?
that was
You
my
have to
question.
learn to balance shit
Can
out.
a woman really respect a man when she make way more than him?
Yeah,
She can if
she
she
should.
humbles herself.
She should.
She should
because
be able to humble
if she,
herself.
Is that-
hold on, if she's a woman.
Okay, well, okay, see, that's the perception of the person. Some women think, you got some women out there, see, that's our perception of what we think is a woman. But there's some women out there make way more money than husband.
But
And she
no,
thinks she's a
but check
woman,
this out.
and she feel like that he's weak. It's a lot of women out there think like that.
But a rich man can meet a broke woman and change her life, but a rich woman won't even look a broke man's way.
I will. If it's dick.
A rich man can.
You put that shit down. What you want?
How you gonna look his way? You gotta look his way before you have sex with him.
Look.
You gotta look his way before you
Let
have
me tell
sex
you
with him.
something. Let me tell you something. I have messed with somebody that was less than me. And I'm telling you, I love
mean
that
money-wise,
man.
right?
Yes, he wasn't making no money like I was making.
But
But I
yeah,
was
you
respecting him though.
I
still gave-
remember him.
You remember?
I know him. I know him too.
I do remember him. We can't say no
can't
names.
say
We'll
no
call him
names.
Well, you can't say no names.
Bro,
I remember
but I'm
him.
gonna tell you something about that man. That man made sure when I came home from the office that my dinner was cooked. He had the bath water
There
running,
you go.
and he massaged me
There
and
you
gave me
go.
the best sex of my life.
There you go.
Okay? So I'm
That's
gonna
him
be
knowing
honest
his
with you.
responsibility. He
That's a
knew
small
where he was strong at.
That's a small
He knew where he was strong at.
And on the weekends, he would take the credit card.
Snatch that shit out. Get her ass back to work. Get her ass right back to work.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Give him 4 to 6
I'm
days.
not ashamed to say I've taken care of a man. You know why? Because that's something that I chose to do. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin, quiet on that.
Down with it.
Kevin, what's your ride or die kind of chick?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
A ride or die kind of chick is somebody that it doesn't take a whole lot to make them smile.
She's your bunny.
Now hold on, I'll answer this. He asked me.
Let him talk, Shia. Let him talk.
Let him talk.
Let him talk.
My ride or die is somebody that just takes the simple things out of life and make them seem like it's just the best thing that ever happened to her. You know, whether she's sitting at the house and we chilling, sitting on the porch, whether we going for a walk, whether we at a club, whether we at a nice restaurant, regardless of what we're doing, being with me is better than being anywhere else. Regardless of what we're doing. You know, it don't have to take a lot of money. It could cost a bunch, but everything don't have to cost a bunch. If I go and buy her a purse, she happy with whoever I go and buy, whatever brand I go and buy, whatever I buy her, she's not looking at the tag on it or the name on it. She's looking at who it came from, not who made it.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I
honey.
want a woman that's worried more about who it came from rather than who made it.
Okay, that's a good point.
Okay, that makes sense.
Whoa, whoa,
I like that. I like that.
That ain't
That
good, bro.
ain't reality though.
That's my reality.
That's
my reality.
Yeah, see,
But
that
that
ain't
ain't
And that's the reality that any woman's gonna have to live. That's why I'm
You
single,
right.
and I'm cool with being
It's-
single.
like
I'm
I-
cool with being single because
Right.
I get it in.
Right.
I get it in. So I ain't, so being single is not a thing for me. I ain't gotta
Don't
have
make me
sex
put
with
the
her
damn mic
in
down.
a car or.
That sounds good.
Yeah. It sounds great.
That shit sounds good.
It sounds real good. It sounds real good. And I refuse to, just like a woman ain't gotta settle for less, I ain't gotta settle for less.
That's true.
It's not about what I think I'm worth, it's about what I think I need.
And you got a genuine heart, man.
What is it that you
Own
need,
but
Kevin?
a lot of
Because
women
coming
don't
home
even-
with a fucking
They ain't
Walmart
gonna
purse ain't
accept
gonna
that.
cut it.
I'm coming home with what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
With a bag from fucking Walmart ain't gonna cut it.
What you mean it's
Come on,
not?
because it came from you. No, take that back. I want a
See,
ramen.
there they go.
Okay, then go
There
buy
they
these
go.
ramen. Yeah, go buy it. Yeah, cause see, I'm not pressed when it comes to that kind of thing.
Honey, love do have a price tag on it, and if it's my anniversary or my birthday, I need something nice. I don't want you walking in Target or Walmart buying me no bag and think I'm supposed to be okay with that.
I probably wouldn't go in Walmart and Target.
Well, where you gonna go? Marshalls, TJ Maxx? Cause I don't even shop there.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
So,
hell
and if you don't shop there, you
Oh,
wouldn't
you
know
up,
it came
Fred?
from there no damn way.
You up, Fred?
If you don't shop there, you don't know where the hell it
Why
came
you
from.
can't go to Saks? I go to
I can
Market.
send you to Saks. And we're not
Why
talking
you
about
saying
Fifth Avenue
no?
either. We're not talking about Fifth Avenue either.
But I mean, I agree with you in some
Sex
degree,
brothers.
but I feel like
These sex.
like nuts. Y'all are so full of shit. Listen,
So
Kevin.
have y'all been in that relationship before in your past?
Where, what?
You know, like, you know, you're in between, you don't know where you wanna go.
Yeah.
Everybody don't
Yeah,
have
everybody
that.
had that.
Everybody-
I think everybody
Absolutely.
had that, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
They had second guesses on the situation of the relationship when it came down, because it's all about somebody in a relationship could say one thing that really could alter the whole damn situation.
That's it.
You better say it, Rick.
It's crazy how somebody could say something, you be like, oh shit, what the fuck I done got myself into. You know what I'm saying? So you have to really know what you want in life, and hopefully that person know the same thing. You know what I'm saying? What they want in life, and y'all can build together, and it becomes a beautiful thing. But when one person's just selfish and it's all about this what I think I want this, and they're not dealing with nobody else, hey, it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last at all.
Ladies, tune in to the Shonuff show. Right now we're on the topic, what will make a woman think that a man is weak in a relationship? We love you guys in Atlanta. Please check in and tune in to us.
We really haven't answered that question yet.
Nobody has said anything
Ain't
about
nobody
it.
said
That's why I
nothing.
went back to the topic.
Okay.
What would make a woman think that a man is weak in a relationship? Please
But we
call
need
in,
callers.
y'all.
We need-
I think,
Please.
okay,
Hold
yeah.
on, Surrency. The only person that could answer that question right now here is you.
It's you.
And we need you to answer that question.
I will. I was just waiting for
Women,
you.
Let's
please
go,
call
baby.
in.
Let's go, baby.
Okay. What, I'm gonna say it one more time, just in case everybody's just not tuning in, you didn't get the topic. What would make a woman think that a man is weak in a relationship? Is when he shows self-insecurities. A lot of men in
That's a
Atlanta,
good one.
and I'm gonna be honest with you, I have dated because I'm single and I'm young, and the men out here, they show a lot of insecurities and they're very intimidated when they meet a woman who's a powerhouse. Another thing is when he